had a very interesting life. I think I must have been blessed from birth. Because I was brought up with my oldest of Mary and Charlie's 13 children, and I got 2 other brothers. And growing up with my grandparents was absolutely, even to this day. She died when I was 11. I'm 80 today, and I can remember everything about the old house, the wells. I can remember everything as I can see Nan as clear as me looking at you people out there. I never ever lost it. And I used to sleep with them in between her and Grandpa. And I was lying in bed there, I'll be in the middle, and at the end she had these black bars with gold things at the end of her bed. And I was lying in bed and I would say, when I grow up I'm not going to have this ugly furniture. Even in her kitchen she had the old wall where you stack the plates like that and you hang the cups. And I used to look at it and I think, oh, I ain't having that ugly thing. And you know, and today, those beds are about 5,000 or 6,000, and those straws. And that's, so I had a good childhood. I stayed with 11 and Nan passed away, so I had to go back to before with my mum and dad in Kerry Road. And as the 13 siblings, I had a lovely childhood. I had lovely parents. We had a happy, we were poor, we were really poor, but we had a happy childhood of playing with each other, doing games with each other. We didn't have much, walking to school and that. And when I lived on the corner with Nan's place, I was saying to Hena Farrell the other day, and for Hena Khan, I said, we were on one corner, the Hamlins were next door, opposite us was the Douglas family, and there was Henny, the Manuel's thing, and all those years of growing up, and that closeness and that friendship has never died. We still hug each other, we see each other after all those years. And Diddy was the other one on the other corner. Yeah, so I've been blessed with a lovely childhood. I've been blessed with having beautiful cousins. Every one of them is special to me. Don't matter where we are, we just say, when before Chico passed away, and we hadn't seen each other, as soon as we meet here, we're all hugging and kissing and loving each other, you know, and all the memories come rushing back of growing up down Kerry Road, going to school in North Clyde, and I treasure those moments. I treasure them with all my cousins. And I don't think that all my cousins, as I stand here, I don't think we've had one bad word against each other. And that's a lot, especially when they say, oh, those clutchers again. But no, Kerry Road. And as a matter of fact, tonight I had a call from the Gold Coast tonight. And it was John Chase, known as Froggy. And he rang me, he said he would have known earlier, he would have came over for the birthday. So see, going right back, living next door to all those years, that friendship, he's 81 and I'm 80, and that friendship has never, we never lost it. No. So when I was 16, I used to say, oh God, I wish I was 18, I wish I was 21. Oh, I wish I was 30, now I'm standing here and I'm 80.
I wish you were 21 again.
Oh, I wish I was 21. Oh, yes. No, I had a growing up life. I got married at 18. I was pregnant with Joe. Joe was born in April 28th on 1959. And Renee over here, this lady, lovely lady over here, Renee Smith, was the nurse in the maternity in Blackstreet when I gave birth to Joe. Oh, yeah. Wow. So they were talking about me knowing she was the nurse. And then while we're talking about that, Joe was born on the Tuesday morning at 20 to 11. At 20 to 11, weighing £5. And a few doors along from him, the president, was Anzac, who was about 10 pounds. The bassinet from side to side and end to end, and my little Joe was right in the middle.
Remembering all of those people who couldn't be here, they and those that we've lost. And you know, it's important that when we come together, especially for us as Māori, that we remember all of those people. And we bring all of our whānau and we bring all of our friends that we've had throughout the years. And we remember while we celebrate the life of those special people in our lives, like Auntie Bubble, who today, as I said, turns 80 years old. So, you know, there's so many that I won't try to name them because lest I forget anyone. But I'd just like us to charge our glasses, to raise our glasses to, as we toast to absent friends and family. To absent friends and family. Is there anybody who would like to pick off the speeches? If not, I can start picking on people. Remember, if you don't give a speech today, you owe me and Nellie a bottle each. For every person that doesn't give a quarter. I was introduced to everybody, Auntie Bubble's first council leader, who is probably one of the people in here who's known her the longest.
Kia ora tātou katoa whānau. We have all come together for this joyous and happy day to celebrate our lovely cousin Toriana, her 80th birthday. Forever young cousin. I look around and there are some well-loved, familiar faces who are not with us today. Their spiritual presence are here with us, surrounding us. They have given us their precious gift of memories and remembrance. They will not be forgotten. Bubbles by name, bubbles by nature. Bubbles in a glass, bubbles in you. Bubbles of joy and love. That's our bubbly bubbles. Toriana, dearest cousin, 80 years young, how swiftly the years have gone. Aroha mai, aroha atu. Love others, love will come back to you. And it surely has. Toriana has always been a loving cousin, an encouraging mentor, lots of laughter, hugs. Her humour is contagious. A generous, kind cousin. We cousins would that we had one such a group. One who loves to cook, to garden, an intrepid traveller, a hostess with the mostest. Cousin Toriana loves to dress up, sparkle, shine. She loves to sing, but most of all, she loves to chat. And chat. And chat. My God, that woman can walk the hind leg off a dog. She walks the talk, spreading her love of God and the gospel. She shines, one of God's laws. Not an easy task, I think, but one of sacrifice and devotion. Though cousin suffered an illness, a dreadful time for rest and the kids, but she came back stronger than ever. Back to her role of Sergeant Major, who rallied the troops together. Rex and the kids, the show must go on. amazing white tour. Cousin dear, you are looking magnificent, splendid, simply gorgeous. The one and only Lady Mammy Tosh. Please stand and raise your glasses to Punyana or both. You're adorable, you're so beautiful, see your cutie in my arms, see you're a darling, see you're exciting, see it's your feather in my arms, see you look good to me. Ain't you so heavenly? You're the one I adore. Jackie, we're like Jack and Jill. Hey, you're so kissable. Hello, you're the love light in my eyes. Now let me know. I like to wander through the alphabet with you to tell you what you mean to me.
Go to the toilet.
Where's Lorraine?
Go to the toilet.
Oh, Lorraine was born on a Saturday at 7:30. She's my heaviest baby, she was 6'8". And then I found Charlie, he was born in Murrupara at 7:30, he's 6'9". And 8 years later, I had Belda.
Wow.
At 10 to 6 on a Sunday. Weighing 4 pounds.
Sunday.
Hey, it's not bad for a lady. Far from it. Talking about that, and I had a stroke 4 years ago. I couldn't talk. So I was in there for about 7 days. Joe coming from, he flew from Auckland, he came, and he had his phone with him. And he said, "You want my phone, Mum?" I said, "Who do you want to ring?" "Bank." "Do you want to ring the bank?" I said, "Yes." Yeah, I said, He said, "Do you know the phone number?" He said, "Do you know the password?" "What about the customer number?" So he gave it to me, and then I pressed his buttons, and up came the balance. And I knew, and I came, and he said, "Did you get a balance there?" I said, "Yes." He said, did you press all the right numbers?" I said, "Yes." "Yes," I said. So you see, it doesn't matter how old you get, you still have it up there. The kids think they can put a card in your account.
Well, we won't know you Gary yet, man.
And so I brought these 5 children, loving children, they've been loving children to me. Yeah, they don't give me any bother. Only now and again they want to borrow. And every January I make resolution. I said, "That's it, Lord. I'm not going to give anybody any more money." And what do you do? The phone rings 3 weeks later. "Do you think you can help me?"
All the more calls.
"Yes, how much do you want?" "Oh, gosh."
More calls.
And then I had these beautiful morcles. Yes, I got 8 morcles. And I just had a new crate in January. I had one born yesterday.
Yes.
And I'm going to have one further along in the year, if it all goes well.
Great.
A grade, so that'll make me 13 grades.
And a great.
And in August, I'm going to be a great-grandmother. Not bad for a while. So, yes, so I've had a very interesting, and the grandchildren have been absolutely marvellous. Yeah, to me, very respectful. And trying to, we always ring each other all the time. And Paul used to ring me. Paul, where are you, Paul? Oh, there you are, my darling. Paul used to ring me, he used to say, hello, good morning, Nan, what are you doing? I said, oh, Paul, I'm doing handstands and stop-a-stop. Oh, he said, you're so funny, Nan. I said to him today, do you remember that, Paul? And he says, yes. I said, oh, don't ask me again. I said, I've gone past doing somersaults. And now this lady over here, when I started going to Madrid's, we went up to Daddy at Oahu, to his office. He said, I'm interviewing a lady. And he said, come up to my office anyway. So up we go. And we came to his office, and she was sitting with her back to the door. And then she turned around, and it was Evelyn. She came to work for me. I gave her a job in the end of 80s, Evelyn? In the mid-70s. To mid-80s, she came to work for me in the catering, because I did catering there for 20 years. And I ended up by being a tutor in Auckland, and it was her, oh gosh, the time just stood still for Evelyn. So I was so pleased that she's come down with Daddy to celebrate this birthday. So afterwards, when she had gone, he said, oh, do you think I should employ you? And then he said, what do you think? I said, yes, her credentials are really good. She'll be honest, she'll do everything and get it all right. She's a good worker and everything. 16 years have gone past and she's still with him. And I said, Daddy, you owe me a bonus. I gave you a start, you gave me any money.
Something else is going on.
And then meeting Rex and his family has been absolutely wonderful. Yes, and we had some good times together up the coast or in Isville, and I love them. I love them dearly. There's Danny, Morse, and Lost never came. Yeah, she's right. But no, so yeah, so they've been wonderful to me. When I go up there, they make me welcome. They make me just at home as if I'm just one of them, and I love them dearly. And then when I met Rex, I had 3 extra daughters: Deanna, Janelle, and Katerina, and they've been absolutely wonderful. But I must say this, Deanna, when he first met me, he said, I think I met a nice lady. And she said, oh no, Dad, we won't go down that track again. And he said, no, you'll like her. And yes, well, all these years have gone by, and about 16 years, Rick? Yes, 16 years. We're going on 17 years. So it's been a lovely journey with him, been lovely with his 2 daughters, and all the extra mortals. It's lovely, and I like when they call it to home and we share a meal or something, or talk or stay overnight, so it's lovely. I can just pop into Brisbane to Morse's place and they make me at home. Yes, it's been absolutely. So you see 2 whānaus working, coming together, yeah, with love and affection. Yes. So I think that's. Oh, she's telling me about George Clooney. When I met Rex and he started bringing all his gear in, his things in, he had this photo of him in the police force, and then I said, oh, he said, this is my photo when I joined the police force. And I said, oh my gosh, I said, you look like George Clooney. Oh my gosh, you're handsome.
Oh, you're in now.
And I said, now what happened to you? Look, you come to me. Why can't you stay the same as me? and he's 60. And I still love him like that. Yes. And talking about this wardrobe thing, my gosh. Jackie and Alicia, you know what to do. Because I'm taking up room. And he goes over and he says to me, what are those poor frocks hanging in my wardrobe? I said, don't frown, it's only taking up that space. You've got the thing. Yes, he said, but all my shirts are all doubled up. He said, I've got this way. You're not fair. He said, you've got all the other wardrobes in the house. No. So they're still there. And, oh, she's right. Happy birthday, my love.
Yeah. They've been like parents to me, those two, over the years. They've showed me the way, and I'll show you.
No, we don't either.
You go listen here now.
But yeah, we always used to get ready to watch Emmerdale Farm. Hey, Emmerdale Farm, and next minute me and Bubbles are going, oh, to me, and next minute Rick was going, oh. But I must say, happy birthday to my love, and it's lovely, beautiful, and you look so beautiful. I love you with all my tittles.
Bubbles. 80 years, nothing but a number. We've all got numbers, some a little bit bigger than others. That's it. But yeah, Auntie, it's been a great pleasure when we received our invitations. And yeah, it was just honourable to come up here and share this day with you. And with whānau from all over the place. Some of them we haven't seen for quite a while. But yeah, really that's all I'm going to say. But we're all going to have a good night tonight, and it's good to see you on a happy occasion. Where's our guitarist? Hey, Barry, welcome. We're going to do a bit of an oldie. It's all we sort of know.
What my brother forgot to tell you is that her dad was Lenny Cowan and Warren. We say he was the oldest out of all the kids, so that's who we are. Always met it. My brother Ted, my sister Renee, she's the oldest. Jimmy, my wife Sheree, sister-in-law Jackie, and sister-in-law Nikki. So, on finishing, Auntie Bubbles, thank you. It is nice to be here on a really good occasion. Well done. We love you, and God bless. And thank you.
Thank you, Auntie. We're so privileged to be here sharing this day with you. We hope it's everything you've wanted and more. We just want to say, we love you. Thank you for having us here. And I know Don Van will be smiling that we represented him tonight. And he'd be real happy, like you would, you know. He'd probably wish he was here too. You know, he'd be up the bank having a few beers probably.
Yeah, you would do.
Yeah, but not in here. Thank you for sharing this day with us, Whānau.
Oh, beautiful.
You will never grow old.
Oh, beautiful.
While there's love in your heart, time may silver your golden hair as you sit in that old rocking chair. So keep our love in your heart. Remember the love tales we told. So with that love in your heart, my darling, you will never grow old.
Oh, look at the Lord. And Daryl's
Tō reo whanaki, kia mātou, o te hei rafute, o Ngāti Porou. Ko mātou i tūnei, i tahi o ngā kamahui o te whānau Harrison, ko mātou no te whānau Henekehu, e tata ana ki Ruatoria, ko tēnei, Māua te kaku tainga, I mini atu nei ka koutou. Kia ora koutou, myself and my sister stand up here to represent the Harrison family, so on behalf of our dad Rex here. There's another one of us, she's over in Rarotonga. Well, she sent me a big message to read out, and I'll do that soon too. The youngest one, the bossy one. You know, Wairoa, I reckon these nannies here would run an amazing Tinder. Because, you know, it's a funny thing, eh, when your dad is single and you think, oh, geez, this is going to be interesting. And then next minute he says to us, oh, there's this nice lady and she's been bringing me all this beautiful kind of wet lady down on the river. And we're thinking, oh, who's this lady? Anyway, apparently a few ladies had been helping her check him out. And I hear that his buns passed, they got the tick. Anyway, Pūriona, it's wonderful having you in our lives. Thank you and your whānau, our whānau here, for making room for us in your whānau. We really appreciate it. Pūriona, you're a wonderful stepmom. So, no mātou te whiwhi, tō mātou waiwani. Full of life, as the previous speaker said, full of laughter, and her table is always one of the best to come to for a great kai. And not only do you feel that your puku is full, you feel like your heart is warm and your wairua feels wonderful as well. Really appreciate that. So kind of picking up on the tamariki thing, one of the things that I really admire about you is your love for tamariki. Your commitment to tamariki who don't necessarily have the things that we take for granted, and looking after them and blessing them with lots of love wonderful care in your home. It's a great example for us. You're awesome. Hey, and I hope I look like you when I'm 80. Definitely. Now I'm going to start doing some reading. So this one first is from my husband. He can't be here tonight. So he's saying, I love the warmth and manaakitanga that radiates from the home both you and Rex have built. I love the competitive spirit that you and Rex play board games and kata. It's awesome to have a crack at bragging rights whenever we're together. It was awesome to have you and Rex share our wedding in Cook Islands, a special time with friends and family like your birthday today. Lots of love and birthday wishes from me all the way here in Samoa. So sorry gang, I've got one more now. Oh, and this is the long one. Okay. Rā whanau waritiko, kia koe ko maua hoka, ka tuku o maua aroha, karo, mai wainanui te mona nui a kiwa, I rarotoma kia koe tēnei rā. Kōreana, wishing you a very happy 80th birthday from us here in the middle of the Pacific in Rarotonga. We are so sorry we can't be there today to share this special day and milestone with you. We are very much looking forward to this travel bubble finally opening, and we know we'll be seeing you and Dad here in Raro on the first plane in to play a few, quote, friendly, unquote, rounds of BB. It's a big thing in our whānau man if we can beat them, because they're hard to beat. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the love you share with us and our children and mokos. It never ceases to amaze us that you remember every single one of their, so I'm going to go to the next photo because it's a little message. It never ceases to amaze us that you remember every single one of their birthdays and ages. Wairua is such a special place for us to visit, and we always know there'll be a never-ending feast waiting our arrival, day or night. Mā te atua koe, e manaaki, e tiaki, i ngā wā katoa, aroha tino nui, Kat, Ellen, and our whānau. Kapai?
Come on, Janelle.
Yeah?
Kia ora whānau, I'm Janelle. I'm the middle child of Dad. I'd just like to thank you for loving our dad and taking care of our dad. And it means a lot to us, and you're very special in our hearts. And Dad's an amazing man, and we're just so thankful that you and all your wider community, your whānau friends, love our dad and help look after our dad. And we thank you for that.
Am I allowed to get a pass on singing? You can just say this poem. Okay. This is what is success. What is success? To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics, and to endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social position. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. So, for me, that's very reflective of you. Ka pai, kura tātou.
While you're figuring out who's going to go next, I know Auntie Bubbles quite well because we're in the church together. I'm sure you folks already knew that. But anyway, we get to go around to all these different places. We're tangies mostly, Auntie Bubbles? And like Auntie Lisa said, Auntie Bubbles can yak. And sometimes, especially when, because all of our listeners are quite, you know, pakeke, they, and I drive now, so sometimes some of the conversations get quite R18. Because all of them and their husbands are starting to crack up a bit with hips, and they still fitter than me one. And one day we were at, I forget where we were at, and Auntie Bubbles threw a leg over over the bench and hopped over. And Auntie Jackie, actually, I think she walked around, or she had a bit of a hard time, and Auntie Jackie says, "Oh, that looked easy for you, but," she says, "there's nothing wrong with me, I can throw my leg over anything." And Auntie Jackie says, "Is that what's wrong with Rex's legs?" But while we're, well, since we said we're going to start a Tinder, there's a few free women on this table. This is Auntie Bubbles and all of her friends and some of her cousins on our Pakeke Kaumātua table. Is there anyone, she's got some very close friends on here too, that would like to say anything to otherwise I'll choose. Auntie Murray.
Cry. My long-time sister-in-law. Although we haven't seen a lot of each other in the last few years because I've chosen another lifestyle that I'm loving, and I know you understand that. But I can't forget the days that go beyond when I had my baby and she grew up and became ill. She actually became your goddaughter. And so my memories go right back about how you've been a good sister-in-law to me and to my daughter, an auntie to my daughter. Never forgetting birthdays. Oh my God. That time has come around again and I forgot Bubbles' birthday. But she never ever forgets our birthdays. Never. And I don't know if there's any that you don't know. But I just want to say thank you for the lifetime that we've had together as friends, and also to Rex, welcoming Rex into the whānau, and having my husband be at your wedding as your postmaster. I couldn't imagine Eddie being a postmaster because you never knew what was going to come out of his mouth. But we love you, Bubbles, we still love you. Like you're our closest sister-in-law. And your kids, your children, sorry for you kids. So we've been quite close, even though we don't see each other, we're still very close. Chrissy's been practically living at my house. I don't know what's happened to my daughter, but we see her these days. And I'm sorry, I wasn't going to be here tonight because I had another function that I was going to that I was tied up with. And they had to call that off because of COVID. So I'm sorry, I actually chose that over coming to your birthday, but you know what my lifestyle is now. And that's what keeps me happy. Thank you. So, on behalf of all these ladies here, they're going to actually, don't tell me to speak on behalf of them all, so they're going to stand up and do our way. Oh, thanks. Ladies.
Come on, you were singing last night.
Everybody knows that, eh?
My darling.
When I was young and went to school, they taught me how to ride. They sang
here, but especially my mum. I have a lot to say, but I want to thank you for all the wonderful care and all those wonderful pikelets and sandwiches that we used to eat that you made for Mum. And I'll share one memory with you. Cousin Mary, over there, we used to go to your house down Norman Road. Mary and I and her blue, cousin, don't come yours. She had a blue car, a little and we used to go up there, her and I, and we used to be drinking with Gemmell. She come back from the dry cleaners, she'd go inside and look at us totally disgusted. Yeah, and she'd come out with her medicine, shake them while we're on this. She'd come out with her cloths, dust, shake, shake. And she's still like that today. But I love you for everything you have done for us, for my brother and I and my sister, for always being there for me, and always, loving my mum. To your beautiful children that haven't forgotten who we are, and your mokopunas. One of them came up and said, hello, Auntie, and I had the audacity to say, now which one are you? Yes. But I want to thank you for everything you've done on behalf of us all. And happy birthday, and may the good Lord engulf His wonderful arms around you and care for you many years to come. I'm not going to sing a waiata, but I'm going to ask this church to sing a waiata for my mum. And you. Oh, yeah. Oh, my brother sister.
For a fundraiser, for some money, I know how heavy she is because I had to witness her hopping on the scale. And I'm prepared to sell that to the highest bidder. And we have Civil Aviation to thank for that because she didn't want to hop on the scales, but then Rex brought it out and then I'm the witness. But just from Sandy, my sister. I'm the same age as Joe, so...
Are you 3 days old?
Yeah.
Don't get the 3 days.
So, I'm first cousins to Mum's, but I'm also like a son to her. And then just when Mum's gone lately, I go to Mum. This is the Mum that's here. So normally I'm calling into her place. They got all the goodies. Got all the goodies there, and so while I need a bit of say caring as well, I call in here, and then I've got my other cousins down back there that are calling in. One thing I noticed about the rooms, the layout of people, they got all the mischief ones on that side.
Come to mama.
important in our family. And you are first baby or first cousin baby?
And my parents' first marriage.
So Taiwo is very important in our family. Our grandparents have been, gosh, in the old days they would go out that door there, they lie here, they go out that door, and Kiwapani come along. Yeah, so there's some first for our family, and so we have the christening girl, but birthday girl is also the first christening at Eastern High. So next word.
I have a beautiful mum. Since I was a little girl and Chris and I hooked up at North Clyde School, I lived across the railway lines and I was always at their place, or Chris was always at our place. So my mum and dad were her mum and dad too, but this mum, because my mum was strict, but this mum was more lenient. They think that she was strict, but no. I loved it at her place. She took me everywhere. Wherever they went, Wellington, Masterton, I met all the Masterton whānau. They probably don't remember me because I've dyed my hair blonde and they look like a sweet girl now. We found out the other day I had got Swedish blood in me, wow. But anyway, back to Mum. When Chris and I were in college, but we lived at Kaimona Road and Ormond Road, and we'd walk to school over the river, then we'd walk home for lunch. But then Mum was working at the dry cleaners, and they had the big flash Falcon Fairlight, and Chris and I would dash across the bridge down into the dry cleaners, and Mum would give Chris the keys to the car. Did I? We always did that. And we'd off on this big beautiful flash car. But we'd go home, we were good like that. We'd go home, have lunch, and then we'd drop the car back off to Mum. Sundays though, Mum, we used to dash out to Mohaka. Or to Andrew Pearson, and then I got pregnant. I get pregnant, and tonight I was sitting over there and I was thinking, I've got to say something because she's so special to me. And the thing that kept popping into my head was when I had my twin boys, I was 16, and Mum came over and she idolised my babies, and she was holding on to Lewis in her tennis white. She had been playing tennis and she was all in white. She's sitting there and I'm up at the sink and she goes, "Dora, I can feel something warm running down my leg." And I went, "Oh, Lewis is shitting on you." She goes, "Oh, my tennis white." Oh. But the sad thing is, this is sad, that night I had to ring her to tell her that I found him dead in bed. He had died of cot death in his cot. Anyway, I ring Mum, and because, you know, the last thing that happened was him shitting on her. And I'm going, Mum, Lewis is dead. And she goes, "What? Who's this?" And I'm going, "It's me, Christina. Lewis is dead, Mum." She's going, What are you talking about, daughter?" And I said, "I just found him in bed," and she was just there. And she came and made me feel better, and I didn't know what to do, and Mum made me feel better. She helped me through that. Anyway, that was a memory. I still have a smile on my face when I think about, because she's so fussy and he shit on her whites.
Lovely memories.
lovely memories. Heaps of beautiful memories with Mum.
Yeah.
Yes, and boy, yeah. And my nephew boy, he was brought up with me. He was my other mum and dad's first moko. And I used to take him, and my twin nephew and niece, I used to be the babysitter. So I had 3 babies. And I used to troop them over to their place. As soon as the parents were gone, I was off. Over to mum and dad's to over there, chuck them in the pool, you know.
Not drowned.
Charlie reckons he drowned them. But yeah, Mister, him and boy. But yeah, I used to take the twins and boy over there to their place, and Mum always welcomed us with open arms. Oh, here comes those bloody kids again. I did. I would have. But you taught me a lot. You taught me about, you know, keeping myself together, stop being so out there. I'm still out there, but not as much as I would have been. I'm the different one. But I just want to say, Mum, I really, really, really love you. I'll always love you. You'll always be my mama. Yeah. Those are my brothers and sisters. One's missing, she's the naughty one. She used to influence me. Oh, God knows. Where is she? Yeah, only God knows. But she'll be all right. She's always good. But happy birthday, Mum. You're the good one. I'll visit you more often. I'm glad you got to see Henry. Mum and Dad, I named my son James Gilmore after Dad and my dad. The 2 dads, they both drink. Hard workers, and my son has been trading in the drinking. But he can maintain himself. But James Gilmore. And Mum and Dad too, were also my twins' godparents. And yeah, I become part of the Whatuhi and Whānau. I became little Alfie's godmother at the age of 14 out here. And Chrissy and I gave him a second name, Timaya. And when Boy died, he committed suicide. Nanny Mary met Maya, who we had named little Alpha at Tangi. Nanny Mary, she couldn't believe it. It was poor. She's looking up at him, she goes, "Oh my God, I finally met you, Maya." It's good. Nanny Mary, Maya. But yeah, I'm missing it. Anyway. Up to you too, Rex, to find out he's my whanaunga from the East Coast on my biological mum's side. They're cousins. So for my mum to marry my mum's cousin, it was amazing. But yeah. Cheers anyway, Mum. Can we raise a glass to my mum?
We got just enough time for a couple more. Oh, what's your song?
I want to sing a sad song, but it's dedicated to Dad. Okay? He's not here, and if he was, we'd be on.
big tuakana would have been here. He would have missed us. But condolences from my brothers, not condolences. Apologies from June. She's the sister, the only sister of LA boys. And Paul, who's not well. So give my apologies, they go apologies, and Nikki's given her apologies today. But Chico's always called you Pauliana. I don't think I've ever heard before you, Bubbles. You didn't wake up. But yeah, good on you. Congratulations for reaching 90. And, we have got an awesome party beside you. Nice. That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's all. I've got much to say. So all I can remember is the laundry when I was growing up. Bubbles working on the laundry, and someone said you can talk. I was about 8, and I always went to the laundry. Bubbles worked there, and yeah, they can talk. We can talk. But you're looking gorgeous. Now, yeah. So congratulations on reaching 90. Thank you. Yeah, it's 5 stations down.
This is my nan, my favorite. I just wanted to thank everybody in attendance today. Also to the lovely ladies that prepared all this food. And to start off then, I just wanted to say happy birthday. I love you with all my heart. And no matter what happens, I'm always here for you. I just want to reflect on a few things, you know. I come from a place called Blacksburg. With that place, it's a lot similar to Warrell. You know, we face the same struggles with our people going down through certain things and whatnot, you know. And no matter what I've been through in life, my man always held me down, always had my back. And, and I really appreciate you, man. Like, to the fullest. There's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. You know, all the babysitting I had to do in order to get here. Just all the things that, you know, accumulated over time, and your unconditional love and your support for me and my family. Everything that you do for us. I really appreciate you, man. I didn't actually come here prepared, but that's just what kind of person I am. I'm unprepared, unorganized, and I'm still going to show up on time. You know, it's just, yeah. So this was just a token of my appreciation.
Oh, beautiful, boy. Beautiful.
Come on, Peter.
Kia ora whānau, my name is Paul Worthington, my mother is Lorraine, father is Philip. Just want to say happy birthday to you again. Love you with all my heart. No other person more important than you in my life. But that's all, you know, I'm not a big speech person. I wasn't going to get up and do one, but I had to. But anyway, yeah, happy birthday again. Love you. I just want to say a big happy birthday to my nan. You know, we all love you very much. That's why we're here today. It's a special day. You've been a big influence in all of our lives, especially the, you know, your muckles, David Breaks. To Rex, thank you. You know, take my hat off to you. Put a smile on my nan's face every day. Or most days. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to you, Rex, and happy birthday to you, Nan. We love you. All the best to you.
I'm Juliana Kainger. I'm the favourite. Happy birthday, Nan. Thank you for everything that you continue to do for me and my family, and for Social Papa Rex as well. We love you.
Come on, Crystal, you know you're the favourite.
Happy birthday, Nan. You're like the best man ever. You've been with me my whole life. The whole time you've been making this age. Man, well, this. You've always there for me all my life. All the time. I love you heaps, Nan. Will you never come back? Love you, Nan. Always.
Water and Moldy.
Where's the guitar? Chance, you go sing a song, Chance. Yeah, Chance is going to sing a song for you.
Do you do Tupac?
Here's our song.
Thank you.
That means you have to.
She's the woman of anybody's dream. She's She's a fabulous wife and a partner. Yeah, she words, well, you heard a lot of the words tonight. She's a real magic person. And I'm bloody lucky. You know, I don't care what he does.
Yeah, my friends, Margaret is your cousin.
Thank everyone who has come here tonight to I try to talk to everybody for their kind words and my daughters for their kind words. We've been lucky, and also Officers Morris and all the kids that are here. You guys have made it. You made it easy for me by just letting things roll, and yeah. But at the end of the day, I love you all. And you know, hey, just remember that. I love you all, and we're all, you know, we're all one. But it's our job now, that Name's just a bit older, you know, to total of her, and somebody was talking about her clothing in the wardrobe.
Oh, here we go.
Where's my red shirt?
There's no room in the wardrobe for me. We've got this house with three bedrooms, and I've got my wardrobe is about that size. You know, and the whole rest of the house is taken over. I said to her one day, I said, look, you know, that's funny. I said, I've only got this bit. All I asked for is one wardrobe all to myself. But the next day I go there, hello, you know, some more clothes coming in my wardrobe. Yeah. Then you get pushed into a corner so you live with it.
And a suitcase.
I'm very fussy when it comes to hand clothes. But then I notice all these clothes coming in, and all of a sudden, my one shirt became 4 shirts. All on one shirt. So, you know, she made a lot of room for me. But another thing I must pay compliment to you kids is keeping in touch with me. You know, because I'm always on the phone, and it's special. It's a little thing, but it's a special thing. The only trouble with it, though, I don't get much time to bring my own. Because the phone is taken up by all these other people. At times I'm not too sure whether she's telling me the truth. It's my boyfriend she's telling me. But at the end of the day, we have a great relationship in that it's going home together. And yeah, and saying that I love you. You know, it's only a little word, but it's a big word. It's no use waiting until tomorrow and saying it. Tomorrow might never come. But yeah. But while Mary's here, I want to pay tribute to Tanya, who just passed away recently. And yeah, and it's good to have Mary up here. But Pino, thank you for the cooking. Thank you for the presentation of the food by all those involved. And yeah. And but yeah, we've done a lot of traveling together, Bubbles and I. And yeah, as I said, she's a special lady as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, I won't be looking over my shoulder.
Thank you.
for the backup.
But I'll be looking over the fence. But we do love one another. And if you want any kids to come and see us, don't forget to pay for the church. But anyway, love you all. And better leave some room for her to squeeze in. But thank you for being here, and thank you for being a part of our lives. Thank you.
The snowbird sings a song he always sings. It speaks to me of flowers that bloom in spring. When I was young, my heart was young too. Anything that I want most in life's the things that I want. So little snowbirds, take me with you when you go to the land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on their way. But what I love for river is untrue, and if I could, you know that I would fly away with you. Yeah, if I could, you know that I would fly away with you.
Good then. I'll now to the lady of the hour.
One of those from Radiford.
The happiest I'm going to talk about the stories that my sisters used to always say to me.
No, not me.
was Lorraine. But when she went to Auckland, she changed her name to Lorraine. Happy birthday, Mama.
You my baby.
I know.
Where's the milker in the pantry?
Listen to them. They're drinking the wine and the beer. It's all coming out.
Half town fall. Mario.
Thank you, Mama, for doing a lot of things for me in my life. I was naughty when I was a teenager.
Not as bad as me and you.
I was 14 and my parents, they had planned to go to America for 2 months, 8 weeks. Yes, I'm going to wait for 8 weeks. I'm going to go with my mum's cocktail cabinet with my buddies and we're going to be adults on her alcohol. But apparently, no, I got shot down. I even planned a party when they were supposed to go on the plane to America with my friends in Auckland. But I think Mummy was wise. She knew that. No. Father, I think we need to take this kid with us. You know how broken hearted I was. I didn't want to go to America. I had America as her cabinet. I had the four brothers in there. Jack. Even the name that I could have pronounced properly, Smirnoff. He wasn't there. So off I go. I had to tell my friend, hey, I'm going to America tomorrow. They go, always knew your parents were rich. One of my friends said, I'll tell you the story how I got this day. Cookie, does your parents sell drugs? I don't know. But my mum comes home with a bootload of biscuits. And my dad, he's got this little box. He's a bus driver. Even lifts it up, he's got notes in there. What's Dad doing? Oh, he's got, I don't know, there. Oh, I'm going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not the money, the ticket. I was already hustling at school, and I did it for 4 years. Hey, Mama. You know what I missed? So I'm doing a confession that for 4 years I was at Otago College, you know, South Auckland, you know, being a little gangster. She used to go, Belle, go to the boot, go get all the biscuits, and you put them in my pantry. Okay, Mama, put them all in there.
Well, she used to go to work at like 5 o'clock in the morning and found these $5 on the table. You take that and you go to school, you have a good day, Mum will see you after work. I'm like, yes, okay, happy birthday. Got the phone call. Val, are you going to school? Yes, Mum, with a bag full of biscuits. Was at my school, you know, they were selling cigarettes at that time, they were smoking there, guys. So they were selling cigarettes for $1, so I thought, oh, my mum's got a whole pantry full of biscuits. Chocolate, you know, farm baked, you even had contacts with Cadbury's.
Happy birthday, Mum.
And Bubba, all those biscuits. Oh, we're so I love your biscuits. My mother, she even took me to the movies. Her and my Auntie Lovey, they wanted to go to the movies. And I said, you know, I'll go to the movies with you. We go there and it's called Ghosts. And I'm like, I'm going to see a horror.
Up in the morning, out on the job. While they're lucky, your son, there's nothing to do but roll all day.
I used to sing this with my voice.
Because it looks ugly, it doesn't suit her. I went, oh my God. So she did a little dirty and sent it to the hairdresser, you know, to the barber or whatever to try and give it. Hey, Bubbles? Yes. Yeah. Unbeknown to her, Rex goes home, he's still got his part on.
She wanted a budget one, that was.
Enough said, how come you didn't get your thing? Okay, what the guy said, he looks nice with it. What nice?
There was a lady.
Well, whatever.
Can you win?
Jeremy put $5 in to pay for it.
I feel sorry for you. way here, no, like, you know, Rick, I didn't like that bloody thing, I didn't. So when they took it to the mortuary, I was not to get him shaved, I had to wash it, everything, the guy, and they said, what you gonna do with this? I said, shave it off. He said, you pick on his father, and then he said, the Lord, Mrs. Carmody, yes, the Lord, shave it off.
An honour to be here today to celebrate our sister-in-law's birthday. I remember 13 years ago coming here to celebrate their wedding. You know, our brother, I'm Rex's younger brother, and during that time he was going through certain things in his life. And he'd been a policeman for close to 30 years. And somehow he ended up coming fishing off your shores. And this lady, somehow, from what I was told, all she was interested in was his butt. So she started making samples for him. And, you know, honestly, since that time, you know, I can recall being back here 30 years, we were in the little church where they got married. And that church was rocking. It was amazing. You know, we were just so blown away. And, you know, we're so honoured to have Bubbles as part of our family now. She's played an integral part. We have things in common. Our whānau, of course, we're from Ngāti Porou, but our tipuna, they were all part of the Anglican Church. And it's interesting, like Bubbles, that's the same, so that connection is there. Even today, our first cousin, she's the British Chancellor, no Pane, our first cousin, she's there preaching the gospel, and we love her to death. And you know, having Bubbles as part of that, it's so beautiful. But just sitting here and listening to all you people talk about this beautiful woman, the Mokopuna, the sisters, the friends, it's so, you know, we're just so honoured to have her as part of us. I remember years ago, I used to work in Wellington, and I used to pass this Marae. And you know, so many years later, just to be able to come in here, to study, and be part of Ngāti Kahuna. And you know, it's an honour to us here, you know, to not only my brother, sister here, and my friend, and my nieces, but we are humbled to just be part of the whānau here. I want to acknowledge Bubbles whānau. It takes time with any family, you know, to change, to accept changes, and it's not easy. And Chrissy, Joe, Velda, Lorraine, and I can't forget Charlie. I haven't met Charlie yet, but I think Bubbles has told us so much about him. We know more about you guys than probably what you realise. But that connection we have with this beautiful lady, because that's the love she has for you guys. And if you don't look after her, if anything happens to her in the future, she will end up in Ngāti Porou, so just be careful. Thank you. So we know that are out in the back there, putting on this beautiful spread. We thank you. We thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. And yeah, we're just so fortunate that we've been in a situation to just be part of tonight. And we thank you very much. Interestingly, you know, with any occasion, there's a theme. And the theme, we were told, is purple and silver. Well, I don't know whether you realise, but purple is an Ngāti Porou colour. Yeah. And then I tried to take it on with silver, okay? Purple could possibly mean a $50 note. Silver, a silver coin. Well, let's look at music. Purple grey, and silver. But it reminded me of our grandmother that raised Rex and I. And she was very tutu when it comes to the Rungara. You know, she was a very spiritual lady. But there was one song that was part of her life, and it was called When Your Ears Turn to Silver. And I think it's quite appropriate. I don't know the words, whānau, but I think it would be lovely to be able to sing that song to this beautiful lady. We love you, Bubbles. And just just hang around for another 20 years. But thank you very much for welcoming us, making us feel at home, and what a beautiful father you guys have, and it's a tribute to this beautiful lady. Kia ora koutou. Over here has turned to silver. I will love you just the same. We will always call you sweetheart. When something down to lane, with a garden filled with roses. I'm bubbles. When your hair has turned to silver, I will love you just the same. Love you every day and every night. We'll be together. There's a bird flying over my head. We'll share the shelter. Don't you tell me what you want to get up there. There's a lot of fun over here, and that we acknowledge, especially on a couple of sides. We've had some kōrero from the Harrisons. Who is the Harrisons? Give us a whoop whoop. This must only be a little bit now. We've had some from the Pachuina whānau. How many Pachuinas are there in the house? On Mary's side, though, we've also got some of our whānau here from the Kawana side, the governor's side. I think this Auntie Bubbles is cousin. So we've got one of our relations from some of the ladies, but Auntie Bubbles is from the other side.
On behalf of the Governor family, my father Ray, and the rest of my family in whānau, I wish you the best for the future, and well, there's more time now for your bullhorns now, but thank you for lovely dinner you've been put on tonight. Fantastic, and well, very short and sweet. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm my daddy's pride and joy. In all our work, she's number one, I'm number one. I can tell you now, but she's got to stay seated. Cousin Bubbles, on behalf of our whānau, and my sister Rose and Joe couldn't make it, Rena and Sydney, and of course my sisters Honey, Renee, and my dear. And our listeners would like to wish you the happiest 18 years ever. Cousin Bubbles showed me, and you were one time when we were back home, all the outfits that she had worn for her 40th. She even showed us what she was wearing today. And we felt privileged to be shown all these beautiful outfits that she wore. But cousin, I was going to go crash and wear white too. But then they thought, hell no! Cousin Bubbles and Cousin Jackie will think, oh, she's going to the altar by now. Cousin Mary would be matching them all. Hell no, we can't have that. But, cousin, we love you. Every time we see you, you remind us of our dad. You share a lot of memories of you growing up, your childhood with our father, and with our dad in the pipeline. Those are the memories that we will hold dear to us. And our father used to always spoil Bubbles. That's why I came along, of course. But Bubbles shared a lot of memories with our grandparents and our aunties and uncles growing up. She was very lucky with, and the same with the other cousins, having spent their time with them. And unfortunately, they were gone before we even arrived on the scene. Growing up, Cousin Bubbles was always immaculately dressed. Always. She always had twin sets, her beads, and always her tartan skirts. And we used to think, Rose and I used to think, oh my God, we'd love to be like that. Love to be like that. And even to this day, our cousin is always immaculately dressed. Even when you go to visit her, it always makes you feel welcome. And I remember too, like, I remember Bubbles and Peter, and their masterpieces are over here. These their masterpieces. But I also remember when she got to, when she did the bricks. Now, there's no other ones here, is there? You know what Chancey said earlier? About the, over the fence? You know, over the fence, my cousin said to me, nothing wrong with this 65-year-old. I thought, bloody show. Rex has been part of fun, too. We love you, Rex. Right, lady. I think he's at the back sister. Well, he always calls you auntie. Our brother was always called Bubbles auntie. That's out of respect. He knows that we're cousins. That's out of respect. I got this, I can't sing. My father heard me singing when I was only a youngster. And he said, you got to steer the wrong baby down at the maternity games. He picked up that wrong baby. So I can't sing. But I've got this to share. And this is on behalf of the audience. But I would like you to come up and sing for us.
Cousin, I'm going to try and sing you a song. But first of all, I've got to give you a big kiss. I hope you don't
Have you got trouble with our husband?
mind. And I'm going to sing you a song that I pulled out of YouTube. I don't know what's going on. I'll get my lovely piece here. Today, it's all about you. A bright smile, do all the things that make you happy, do all the things that make you happy, and always, always. I'm going to try and sing you a couple of little songs. I don't know how it's going to turn out. One pair of hands from the mountains, one pair of hands from the sea, one pair of hands made the sun and the moon. Every bird, every flower, every tree. One pair of hands from the valley, the oceans, the rivers and the Cause land was dry when life goes rough. Put your faith in this one pair of Thank you, my family.
You